Welcome everybody to another edition of Dan's Grand Valley Railroad. This week we're just going to be finishing up on weathering and kind of making the Union Pacific boxcars look a little more realistic. This is the before right here, and I don't want to spoil it. I've got it over there, but this video will be me applying some chalk paint to it and a little bit of rust and some streaks. I don't think we're going to try to make it as weathered as the AccuRail boxcar was a couple weeks ago, but we will get some weathering on it and see how it comes out. So that being said, let's go ahead and get to it. So I ended up finding finally some Tester's dull coat, but they only had it in the bottle like this, which I would have to brush on. I went ahead and got it anyway. I could not find the spray cans anywhere. I went to 4 different stores. They had a place for it. They were just out of it. So anyway, I bought this. Found at Hobby Lobby these chalk paints. They're acrylic. I got this, and I got a Maui sand, so a little bit of a grayish color. And I'm experimenting right now. I wanted to show you, this is the finished refrigerator car. I used the Krylon Crystal Clear Flat, and I think it came out as good as dull coat would. But you can see there's no sheen to the logo and the graphics anymore. Maybe just a little bit, but I think it came out pretty good. It's dulled down. This is the other refrigerator car that I have, 2 of them, and these are already dark inside. They're the dark green, so I don't think I'm going to paint them black inside. There is a little bit of sheen to them, so I think I'm going to do a little bit of the flat on these guys. They don't look too bad. But what I'm doing is I'm taking some of the white chalk paint and I mixed it in a cup with a little bit of water. Just took it down a little bit so it's not quite so thick paint. I did a little experiment here, and that's a little much. It's chalky, but it's just too much paint. So doing the just watered down version's not too bad, and you can see when it's like that I can actually rub it off if I need to. So I've been experimenting here on this other UP car, and I don't know if you can see it, but I've got a little bit of the white on here, so it's a little bit of oxidation, and I've run it down the sides. So I'm thinking that looks pretty good. It's subtle, but it definitely gives it a weathered look. So that's what I'm kind of experimenting with this morning. I'm gonna go ahead and do this car all over like that, and then I may take a little bit of the other colors, the rust colors, and maybe just get a little color up under here to where it looks like it's a little bit dirty. But I'm liking how that looks weathered but not completely rusted out. Okay, I added a little of the gray to it, especially on the top. Just a hint of it, just to look a little grungy and dirty. And still have the white marks running down. I did the ends. It's kind of white and chalky and faded and oxidized. So now I'm going to take some of my trusty Vallejo Rust Texture, and I decided I'm just going to do just a little bit, not nearly as much as we did on the AccuRail boxcar. We're just going to do a little bit down along the edge down here and along the ladder rails, maybe a little bit coming out from under the catwalk. Let's just see how it goes. All right, well, right or wrong, I may have gone too far, but I think it looks pretty good. Definitely looks weathered. I tried to be subtle with the brown rusty streaks coming down. I like the streaks coming down on the front and the back. I think that looks pretty good. Anyway, it's looking definitely looking like it didn't just roll off the factory floor like this one did. So definitely looking weathered. I think I'm gonna go one step further and grab some of my orange rust from my rust and chipping effects set and just do a little bit of really orange rust down there, and maybe just a little bit on the trucks. I did hit the bottom with that chalky paint, the gray, just to dull that out a little bit. So I'm gonna do just a few touches of that. That's what I say anyway. It'll probably end up, you know, totally rusted out. But I'm liking it. I'm thinking it looks pretty good. It looks realistic. So I'm gonna do that, and then I think we'll call it good for that and leave this one as a comparison. So. All right, well, it's quite obvious that I can easily get carried away. So I took some of this orange, like I said, and kind of did some stuff like along here. There's a grill there, you know, just put in some rust along the ladder, on the trucks, on the coupler, just places where it makes sense that, you know, there'd be some rust building up. And, you know, looking with just my reading glasses on, it's not as bad as it looks when I have my magnifiers on. So might be okay. It definitely is weathered now. So here is brand new with dull coat. And here is weathered and been out in the yard a while. So I think it looks pretty good. So there we go. That's how we're gonna finish it up. Sorry I didn't do it on camera. I wasn't set up for that this morning, but that's probably a good thing anyway. Eventually I'll be weathering these other cars as well, but one at a time. All right, I hope you all enjoyed this episode, weathering the Union Pacific refrigerated boxcar. I think it came out pretty good. This is a Union Pacific bay window caboose that's on loan from neighbor Mike, and it's got power. You can see the red LED back there. It's lighted, and we've been running that around today. I had a few problems with it, so I didn't show a lot of video of it running, but also having a problem with this locomotive. The rear truck's making some noise in reverse. I lubed everything up, so I've got to see if I can either take it apart or contact MTH and see if they'll do something about it. I have to decide what I'm going to do. I really hate taking these apart because I might break something, so I might just send it back to MTH. We'll see. But yeah, I think the weathering, the chalk paint and everything came out pretty good. It looks pretty good on the layout, and I'm pretty happy with it. So let me know what you guys think in comments. Thank you to all you new subscribers and all your comments and questions and everything. I really appreciate it. With that, thank you so much and appreciate you watching. We'll catch you next update. Take care.